Hello. Got some Dark Souls 2 for you. I know I'll enjoy it. I should have pressed some buttons earlier. I forgot to. Focused on the wrong thing. That NES golf is about the only golf that I've ever really appreciated. I don't know if anyone was actually paying attention to that, but I was having fun. That's right, we had just beaten the gargoyles, hadn't we? I didn't even come back into the game. I don't actually remember what's past them. There's gotta be some good reason to fight them, right? Actually, I do remember what's past them. I remember having a real pain of a time down here. I should probably spend my souls while I've got them. Let's get that out of the way first. Then I've just got to do that little side area, then I can go and get the boss that you actually are in the area to fight.
There.
Okay, I think it's time to start pumping into these stats here in preparation for my dark dealings. Apparently with my intelligence and faith where they are, both fire and dark have the exact same bonus. Just those stats in the middle on the second thing from the left, those BNS ones. When I first played it took me a while to figure out what that actually meant. Do I have any things? I don't have anything to upgrade. I realised I'd spelled Belfry wrong when I put it in the list last time. I've since corrected that. So I'm pretty sure I did. It only has one L, right? Okay, so part of the problem is that there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 dogs down there. But that's not all you have to fight down there, if I remember correctly. The dogs are bad enough. I don't know if I should be using a lance for this, but I don't know if I've got anything else worth a damn right now. I wonder if I could shoot any of them while I'm here. Be nice if I could, that seems like it's hitting awfully close. About you, bugger. I lost the lock. Okay, I'm just gonna have to go down there by the looks. I could try lobbing something over. I haven't got many, and it'd probably take more than one anyway. Do I have anything else? I do have the... Let's try both of those actually. I've got the magic fire bombs, as it were. And I also have a bunch of throwing knives, so let's try throwing some knives. It's ladder block stuff and it's not very pleasant. don't think this is gonna work. Lock on is not meant for such vertical fighting. I'll just see what I can do. That is also what I'm worried about. The dogs are one thing, but it's a real bad scene down here. Real bad. I didn't need the invader. I need to start taking them out sooner than I was. Let's try doing what I was trying to do last time, except sooner and more actually doing it. That dog did a lot of damage. Shut up, Pebs. That said, I do agree this lance maybe isn't the most suitable. I really need more sweeps, and the only one this has isn't especially flexible. I'll try using halberd. What's this moves again? That one hand. One hand is poke. I know the strong attack for the halberd is the spinning sweepy thing, but I really haven't found much good use for that. But maybe this is the time. Not deny its effectiveness. I should have left some stamina for this. Another dog, I can hear it. I think without all the dogs backing them up, this fight shouldn't be too difficult. It's got some life, but that's not a problem. There we go. It did go better. I really did just need something with a bit more crowd control ability. The lance doesn't really cut it for that. I think the dragon tooth is probably the main thing you come down here for. And an enchanted falchion, if that's you. I appreciate that message. Go on. I will point out for the record that I suggested my weapon probably wasn't good for the situation before I even went down there, which is before Pez said it, so I'm gonna say that... I don't know. Pez can shut up. This is where I'm going next. Which we cleared out earlier, but I did not have the key I needed. Which means I guess you need to do the Ruined Sentinels first. I don't suppose anyone knows offhand where Lucatiel's summon sign is. I'm guessing it's gonna be somewhere near the start. Probably at the bottom of the lift. You can call it whatever the heck you want, Pabs. Maybe I should be worried about invasions by actual people. That's the one. I guess I can summon her now. I don't know if that... Does the Flexile Sentry respawn? The Flexile Sentry does respawn. Could be a problem. I'll have to deal with that first. Maybe I'll just shoot it a bunch again. If you don't need to deal with it, why bother? You know, I could probably go over to what's his name now and make some of my weapons dark right now if I was so inclined. I don't know if it's worth doing just yet, with my stats being so low. I might wait until I've leveled up a little bit. While I'm waiting for that to come back. Armors, can I equip? Really have nothing better that isn't super heavy? Doesn't look like it. Not prepared to find out all the specific numbers anyway. Oops. Apparently I need to aim. Might as well use my better bolts, otherwise this will take forever. As long as I'm shooting it in one of the heads. Or them, as it may be more appropriate. I would very much prefer to be stabbing it. Now bugger it. I knew I was making a mistake. I got greedy. Dodged poorly. Why is this one more of a problem than the boss? Granted, I had Lucatiel last time, but I know I had Lucatiel last time as well. I gotta remember to bring this thing back up. Where'd the other one go? Oh, that's not... I think I have some idea where it went. I don't... What happened? I think this model is quite broken. It looks like it's been jibbed, but I'm pretty sure it's stuck in the platform. How unfortunate. Maybe it'll be more elucidating when I... Yep. Okay. Let's get Lucatiel in. I'll just try and be more careful next time. I highly doubt she's gonna die. I'm not gonna bother wasting my bolts. I highly doubt she's in any real risk. I'll try and take a safer route if I can. Saw you over there. Wonder if you drop anything. Well, we'll find out, won't we? Wonder what that spear does. There's no reason to open that door, it leads to the same place. What I could have done is brought a torch. I don't think there's any more enemies to worry about, so let's go ahead and waste a firefly. Butterfly, rather, not firefly. Since I want a torch anyway, for other reasons. Let's get some light going on in that boss room. Way. I don't think you need to light these up, but makes the fight easier or something. I don't know. And by not, I guess, would you please get out of the doorway? Thank you. So yeah, I guess you don't need to. You don't actually need to fight the Ruined Sentinels. I'm not 100% sure what it does. There's not much reason not to do it first, so. Really don't remember how the boss goes. I'll try and play it safe first. No, not that Lucatiel isn't going to make this very easy anyway. dodgy bugger, isn't she? In the most literal sense. It's really kind of a bugger. I don't get the full impact of the fight, what with Lucatile here. But it seems fairly straightforward. I think I can get a pretty good idea of what the fight would be like. Also, I probably shouldn't let Lucatile die. I don't think it's very difficult at the best of times. There are reasons to have a couple of NPCs present in some of the fights. I probably don't need to be doing it in all honesty, but I didn't do it the first time I played through. And thus would like to be doing it now. Yeah, I think the Lost Sinner is a fairly decent one of those dual fights, if you will. Not actually. As far as I can tell, the Primal Bonfires are basically just ways to get you back, because some of those 4 bosses that you actually need to fight are just at the end of the branches, so they just give you a convenient way to warp back once you're done with them. Kind of like the ones that were in Dark Souls 1, but now I made some alterations. If I'm correct, then this button should do exactly what I want it to do. That really didn't do much, did it? Apparently that's not going to work as a global hotkey. Not that it mattered. Okay. So, I don't think the Lost Sinner is really as interesting one of those one-on-one duel-ish fights as some of the other ones. I'd probably put it closer to the likes of K-Lag, maybe. Or Priscilla. Priscilla's probably a better analogue. I'm thinking she can probably go at number 10. Unless anyone has any particular opinions otherwise, but that feels about right. Oops. How does the game... I don't remember how the game refers to it, Lost Sinner or the Lost Sinner, or... Let's just say Lost Sinner for now. Something like that. Let me try this other button. Okay, that worked. It must be global. I'm sure I set it up for that, but what do I know? Okay, now that I'm here, let's spend some souls wherever you are.
You have acquired the soul of an old one. That is more than most undead can say.
Let's get some more of that faith and intelligence going. in equal measure. Just for interest's sake, the people who don't know. Basically, magic scales with intelligence, lightning scales with faith, fire scales with both of them, like, so like the total of both of those stats defines how your fire bonus, and dark scales with both of them evenly, like the lowest of the stats, which means for fire you can be leveling up either and it'll get that fire bonus up there, but for dark it has to be done evenly if you want your dark bonus to go up. Which is why I have to put points into both of these equally. If I want decent dark damage. Because at some point I decided that I was going to go for dark. Don't ask me when that happened. I don't remember it myself. Let's see if I can upgrade any weapons or anything.
Oh, I'd give...
Yes, shut up. Okay, I don't have any chunks, so I can't upgrade my lance any further. I could go and get my halberd. I've got a couple of items picked out, and I will gather them at some point. That spear that I picked up from that bugger that didn't get a chance to because he was getting attacked by both of us, has decent damage and also has some lightning damage, so that's interesting. Now I have to decide where I want to go next because I have 3 options. So from here, I can either... There's an alternate path. I might as well just sort of... Do I have any of them? When does what's-her-name move to Majula? It's down here. The lady who I met in Tower of Flame should be here.
Oh, hello there. An honor to see you again. This room is not as it seems.
And she will help me get to one of the other paths.
Pathways leading out. And only this lovely thing reveals the other path. And this, you lovely thing, only runs on miracles. Shall I provide you with one?
Why would you design a room like this?
Go ahead then. To cast miracles,
Yeah, I don't care.
Done so soon.
In fact, there might be someone up here that's worth talking to. People having fun there, I assume? I didn't notice that the first time. Bunch of messages just talking about the messages. People are weird. And that's fine. Like, what's this bugger doing here?
The dark stirs. I see it. The dark is sparked within you. My name is Falcon. I will trade with you. What do you need?
What can I get from you? Wonder what these are good for. Whether they're any better than the base stuff, rather. Saw some interesting hexes that I would like to indulge in. Particularly that one. Hexes are weird because they cast with either chimes or staves, rather. I think I'm probably going to stick with the staff for right now. I think I've got a staff. Get these staff one.
Come again.
What do you say?
Dark.
Shut up,
This
about
land
dark.
lies closest to the dark.
He just keeps talking about dark. Dark's all he's interested in. Dark, dark, dark.
This kingdom collapsed long ago. All that are left are either undead or hollow, save a few misfits like myself. I went to a great school in the south, but neither sorcery nor pyromancy appealed. I learned nothing at all. It was there that I happened upon the dark. It drew me in, the nebulous dark. Soon I was drawn to this land where dark runs deeper than anywhere else. No matter.
He's not going to say anything interesting. He's just going to babble on about the dark. Where's my staff at? I have 2 staves. This is probably the one for me for right now. Also, I have to attune some things. I can't even use that one yet. No matter, I'll have this on me. It'll give me another ranged alternative. So yeah, I can either go this way, I can go down the pit at Majula. Interesting, Strider. Go this way, I can go down the pit at Majula. There's also that statue that I met the fellow with the glowing, big blue glowing sword. But I can't go that way yet because I don't have anything to deal with that statue. I'm thinking I might go this way, at least for a while. I might not go all the way to the end, but this will be... I left them alone, but I didn't. There is a boss that I want the soul from to make a weapon out of, which at some point will be very useful to me. Maybe. If I'm lucky. It's gonna be a lot of those things sooner or later. Dropping poison on me. Deeply unpleasant. Oh. Hit these buggers. Gonna need some light in here, I think. Which I can get a couple of different ways, but the easiest is probably just going to be using another butterfly. I mean, they're reasonably common, so I'm not too worried about making good use of them. Sure, there are torches somewhere around here. That very much looks like an illusory wall, but it isn't. Or it opens from the other side, I don't remember. There's something like that around here somewhere. They're all over the place, Strider. I don't remember exactly where. I'm not going to bother them because they're real pain. I think this drops down to where you were. Actual way you've got to go is through the door. A lot of buggers around here just trying to ambush you. It's not very pleasant. If I remember correctly, there's also some stuff down that way, but I can't... I would rather get the bonfire first. There's one nearby. Before I go throwing myself over things and possibly missing jumps. I'm pretty sure you don't have to also sit at the bonfire in DS2. And lighting it is enough to get the point across. Let's see, I think if I just run off of this... Very nice. You have to jump that one, apparently. No matter. Bonfire's right next to it. I don't actually remember what's down there. I like the fast climbing animation. Between Dark Souls 1 and Dark Souls 2, they changed which button jumps. I did the Dark Souls 1 one. Some habits tough to break. Again, right next to the bonfire, not a problem. It's kind of annoying. It's a bit weird, but I'll take it. Can I shoot you from here? Bye. It's more effective anyway. I think there's also some reasons to... That one's further up. I can't even see where the other ones are. Can I get that stuff from here? Big old basilisk down here, and if I can kill it from here, that would be nice. But it might make my life troublesome anyway. I'd really rather not get petrified. I think that item might have just been dropped by the butterfly anyway. I don't remember what they dropped, but I don't think it's particularly crucial. I guess we'll find out in a second. Who's in loss? The things that poison you drop the thing that cure poison. Sense? I think this might lead back up to where I was. The fake illusionary wall. My crossbow outside of it. Yep, it did indeed lead right here. Hardly need to, but might as well. I've got all these bolts, might as well use them. These buggers are bound to follow me anyway. It's one way to make an entrance. Barely see that bugger over there. Anyway, now we're back here. I didn't kill that other one, I don't know where it is. It may come back to bite me. Wonder if we'll see any forlorn around here. No, I did the first time I came through. They can be tough buggers. There's a hollow right in front of me, I couldn't even see it. Rather deal with it now than it become a problem later. It's effective. Oh, you fooled me, bastard. And there's a forlorn, that's a bad time for that. So I think these buggers were added in Scholar of the First Sin. Not really sure what their deal is. They show up all the time, all over the place. Different areas. They gave me hella trouble the first time I came through here. I don't know why that one was so easy. Now there's two directions we can go from here, leading to two different bosses. There's across this bridge and up over there and up towards that direction. Which I'll probably go, honestly. Let's go this way. The problem is, this way has these buggers, and these things can be real shits. We'll see how the rest go. Not so bad one-on-one, but you can get them in groups quite easily. It's also nice to have a big enough weapon to be staggering them. Lord knows that makes things a bit easier. Nice of the skeleton to show up. Apparently you're gonna come down whether I shoot you or not. Started attacking and I couldn't stop him. I'm out of Estus already. Be a problem. If I start him off nicely, that does the trick. That wasn't great to watch from a distance. It's worth taking a second to soften them up before they get here. This area can be a lot more painful than it is being. I'm pleased that this is going so smoothly. Yes, thank you. Decent view, such that it is. Oops. Don't need these buggers coming up behind me. I forgot this fellow was here. I don't remember what fighting them is like. Okay, staggering is good. Honestly, that's all I need, I think. It's good to have a big weapon. A complete lack of Estus is... Yeah, how is that message not here? All the messages are obsessed with horses, and the one time there actually is one. The gist of this fight will become apparent quite quickly, I think. I'm just getting the shit kicked out of me by these skeletons. Ow. Apparently I'm gonna have to worry about them more than I was. Oh well, nothing for it, run back. Probably shouldn't have walked into that. I think I can more or less run through past most everything except for the fellows on this rise. A lot of cracked red eye orbs. I think I can stealth my way past that one. Oops. Wrong button. Heck, that should be enough. Whips seem to be less of a problem. Anyway, now I've got some Estus to play with. Which will probably help, assuming I don't just get brutalized like I did the last time. Fortunately, there's a bugger keeping the skeletons alive. We need to deal with him. There's a couple of those along the way. Fortunately, the boss itself is pretty useless at this point. As long as you stick to the sides when you can. Did I miss a necromancer? I don't want any skeletons getting in my way while I do this. Seems like the rest are gone. It's an interesting little gimmick boss, this one. And one that isn't entirely gimmick, because there's still a boss to fight once you've done that. Don't remember what this does at all. I'm gonna guess impact would probably be better for this boss. Breathed on me. There we go. One time there's an actual horse. God damn it. Okay, let's put a horse on this list, shall we? Also, it seems like regardless of what I was setting up before, I found a way to get over to this without this thing minimizing. So, alright. Unfortunately, I've already forgotten the name of this boss. Something Charioteer? Dead Charioteer? Hang on, I will consult a Google. A wiki. I should really note these things down before I... Executioner's Chariot? Executioner? Words have failed me. Pardon me. I might as well just... What if I just put this back here while I do this, because I need to find this stuff out. That's definitely not it. Apologies. Executioner... DS2, that should probably get it. There we go. Executioner's Chariot. I will copy into here so I don't forget it. While I'm here, Lost Sinner? It's just Lost Sinner. Okay. Back we go. Okay. I would appreciate some input on these ones. On this one, rather. This chariot. Because it's not a bad fight, I don't think. Though it is pretty gimmicky. Definitely a better gimmick than, say, number 35 there. But, I think it pulls it off pretty well. Really comes down to how well you can handle the skeletons while you travel. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think we had too much trouble with it when we did it, did we? The question is, where did it go with all these other fights? Because most of these other fights aren't puzzle bosses. Where the heck does it go? I think it's a good fight. I would say it's probably... It's more interesting than Four Kings, let's say that much. I might even say it's better than... It's better than Lost Sinner. Does it get much higher than that, though? Let's face it, the fight itself, once you're actually fighting it on its own terms, your own terms, it's not the best fight once it's one-on-one. It's not bad, it's just not that interesting. I think I'd maybe be willing to put it... I guess Priscilla's somewhat gimmicky. Maybe I'd put it below Priscilla. Number 10. Dethrone the Lost Sinner who just got there. Just cut that. And paste it there. That feels right to me. Do you reckon Keelag is better than Executioner's Chariot? I can't say I've ever really enjoyed the Keelag fight that much, but as DS1 bosses go, it's not too bad. Now that I'm looking at it, how the heck did Guardian not beat Keelag? That seems like an oversight. No matter. I guess Keelag isn't that bad. So you reckon Chariot should go down then? I don't know. I don't think Lost Sinner is better. But then I'm also willing to suggest that maybe Lost Sinner doesn't belong that high. No, I'd still rather fight Lost Sinner than some of these other ones. I will swap Lost Sinner with Executioner's Chariot. I will go that far. Whatever buttons I just pressed, they were the wrong ones. Put that there, and this there. There. That's the changes I'm making. I'm locking that in. Okay, let's clean up any items that might still be around. I remember the very first thing I did when I fought this boss was jump into this hole. I'm not sure why. I really don't remember what my logic was there. I think I just didn't even notice it. The messages are always interesting. I mean, the main use for fighting that boss is to get you access to this fellow who I don't think is going to talk to me.
What is it? Oh, you trot along home. This place won't be any fun. Not for you.
Need to be the invading sort for them to talk to you. Let's go spend some souls again. Maybe I should go and I should probably get some more attunement now I think about it, but maybe I should go and look into some of those infusions.
Bearer of the seek the lest this.
I should really turn off the messages while I'm doing these. No one needs to know that Irby's playing the core. How much attunement do I need to get another slot? 13. Let's go with that. I think I need more intelligence for Dark Weapon anyway. 16, in fact, if I remember correctly. Quite right. Now I can go ahead and buff up my stuff. It doesn't look that dark, does it? That's not quite the point. I tell you what I will do, seeing as I'm here. Might go ahead and
I knew you'd be.
up this crossbow a bit. That could always use some more power. +5 is not too bad.
I'll be around.
There will be plenty of ways to get more upgrade materials. Now we can start heading the other way. We'll meet Creighton, better or worse. Not quite as powerful as a stab, but then it's not the most powerful of the hexes. If anything, that would provide a good alternative for me to not waste bolts, but bolts aren't exactly very pricey either. I'll probably encounter hexes that I'll find more useful eventually. Just not yet. Another one. No matter. Every now and then some of these buggers just start running around surprisingly quickly. I don't know what the heck's that's about. Enemies are starting to pile up. Pile up averted. That was maybe closer than I wanted to go to that edge. Except I think there's also... Gonna be blocking now, aren't you? You know what? Now that I've got it, might as well use it. Okay, that was easier than I was expecting. Soul Spear. Very handy item. I hear someone pattering around. I won't make that bridge in Half-Life. Now then, I think I'm better off going this way. For now. We'll have gone all the ways before long. Life, please. There's a key somewhere that lets you get into that bonfire. I don't remember you. Were you a pain or not? A lot of the NPC invaders in this game are real shits. This one does not seem to be one of them. There you go. Oh, stop it. Alright. Spell slinging bugger over there. It's not much better in there. Try to get in the habit of reading all the messages because there's a lot of rubbish. Ah, right. This connects up with where I was before. Let's go and get that bonfire, shall we? Save us some travel time next time. There's another boss not far from here, and that's the one I'm interested in talking to, as it were.
Who are you? I thought you were that bastard for a moment. You've set me free. Now I can find him. The cheeky prick. He won't know what hit him. I am Creighton of Mirror. I travel from land to land to hone my blade. I've heard this land was full of danger. I thought it would suit me perfectly. I joined forces with a man on the way, but he was no more than a backstabbing knave. He took the first chance he had to try and off me. I decided to set a trap
Not
for him
quite.
there. Then I got trapped myself. I can't believe that I was so dense. Thank the stars that you came along. You be careful of him. Pate, I think he said. He wears this rather unusual ring. You know it when you see it. I've seen his type before. He kills entirely for the pleasure of it. I'm sure I won't be his last victim. The man's better off dead. I tell ya, he's a slick talker. So don't let him fool ya.
Gave me the summon item. He can't be that bad. Hate Lister. I love that charge attack. It's rarely that useful, but it's fun. I don't like my life situation. And also I'm getting killed in the game. Oh, come on. Why don't you hate this? They should fight the skeletons. Why does everyone hate me? What did I do? Think you can snipe me? Oh, you can, apparently. It's actually they're making a good show of sniping me. Where'd that other bugger come from? One who hit me in the back. There. I don't have an excuse for that, and I don't like it. Finally clear out all the enemies, and my greatest enemy of all shows their head. Me. No one better follow me out of that room. Good. Unfortunately, there's necromancer problems again. Jesus Christ, you can block a lot with that little shield. Oh yeah, and these things which curse you while you're near them. Till you break them. Not pleasant. They take their time putting their head on, I can be making good progress. Get a torch while I'm out here. Where are you going? I'm pretty sure there's a door. You have to come from the other way on. Maybe I entered here too soon. Yes, this one here. No better. I'll come the other direction. Wherever that is. Sometimes I just don't want to waste my Estus on things that don't deserve it. They're not quite as annoying as other ones of that type you can find later on. Buggers that shoot home magic at you from across an area. Lord knows there's one area that is going to be a real pain because of it. I think there's an necromancer. Oh right, it's the one that shoots you. Once you clear some of the stuff out, it's not so much of a problem around here. I don't think the necromancers even respawn. Even if they do, it's not a big problem. The skeletons aren't nearly as much of a threat as they were in the other game. Right, I'm in the middle, but I can wait until I get the door open to try and make that jump. Sir? Can I help you? Wow, that did shit all. Okay, let's try this. I'll take the effigy. Okay, all that's left for it is the boss, which... I don't know how this is gonna go. I haven't fought this thing solo. I don't remember it being a huge problem. But, I don't think Dark's gonna help in the slightest for these things, but fuck it. Might as well. Let's see how this goes. I think the problem isn't so much these things themselves as the effects of them dying. Or maybe they're just not a problem anyway. As soon as you kill one, a bunch of skeletons spawn. Just held his hand out like doing some kind of Dragon Ball Z move. Okay, these skeletons haven't been a problem. As soon as I know it's just me and these two again, I'll kill another one. That other one's not being particularly effective. They don't do a whole lot of interesting moves on their own. Ow. What'd you summon? Oh god, that's what you summoned. Do these things show up anywhere else? Also, was that it? You can totally just knock them down, that's cool. What do you summon? Just a bunch of regular ones, I guess. I don't know if it's tied to the order you kill them in or which ones you kill. All these shields could be a problem. wall off my camera. Jesus. Okay, it's seeming like this boss might not be the trouble I thought it might be. Really quite a doddle. It's such a stupid gesture. I love it. Let's rank some skeleton lords, shall we? Oh, nope, number 37, please. I could just drag it down, couldn't I? This is Excel. That boss is really easy, but honestly, I kind of enjoy the fight. It's one of those ones where it's even better with multiple people because you've just got people splitting off and just taking care of everything. Because, you know, with more people, it's going to take more hits, and each individual skeleton is going to be more difficult. But you can split your attention when you've got so many skeletons showing up, especially if you're trying to kill multiple of them at once. Not recommended, because skeleton lords are more useless than skeletons itself. It is fun to take on loads of weak enemies. You say that, but wait until we get to the rats. It's also just, the design of the bosses is kind of cool, even if you can kill them incredibly easily. I like just the 3 skeletons up on their thrones climb down and start trying to kill you. But where does it go? Go on. I have no idea. Well, that boss is just kind of bad. But we'll get to that. I might head that way before, I don't know which way I want to go. This is about as far as I wanted to travel this way. Because Lord knows I don't want to have to deal with the rest of this place just yet. Opinions? I will take opinions. Taking opinions. Honestly, I'm thinking maybe somewhere around... number 8? It is a fun boss. I enjoyed that. It's not that interesting of a fight, but it is fun. And that's really all it has to go, has going for it, because, like I say, the fight itself pretty uninteresting, but cool design, entertaining. And that has to go somewhere. You reckon number 9 straight up? Yeah, I guess I could see number 9. I'll go with that. Skeleton Lords. I think that's their name, doesn't it? Find out soon enough. It's fun. You can't deny it's fun. This whole area and even their thrones just made out of bone. No real justification for them being there. What does this soul say? Let's pull this in first. The Lion King commanded the capture of all undead, but those charged with the task were overcome by the curse, apparently. Hello, friend. Oh, you got a big club, don't you? That message had a point. I appreciate some of these messages around here. Let's have a chat to this lady before we bugger off. It's true.
Are you a traveller? I'm Chloanne, an ore-stone trader. I travel about collecting rare stones, which I sell to make my living. I never planned to visit this God's forsaken place. But I don't know. I just sort of ended up here. I must have just wandered in.
What a running theme between everyone you meet
But
in
now
this
that
place.
I'm here, I've been scouting around for rare bits.
Drangleic, I mean.
Oh, don't look at me like that. Many of these stones are quite useful. For instance, certain stones are used in smithing. Ah, now your ears prick up. I've extras if you can pay. This is my trade, after all. I came here in search of rare stones, but the place is nothing like I was told. All this poison, and you can't get very far inside. Don't just go haplessly wandering about.
It's Titanite shards, which I super don't need. I should probably buy this hex just because that's what I'm dealing in at the moment.
Visit me again, whenever you please.
Should see what Strayed has. I didn't really look at his inventory. I think it's kind of cool the way you can just, as you wade through the poison, you get it actually covers you and slowly drains off, while you still could be poisoned by it. I'm not sure it's the most engaging feature, but it's interesting, I think. Speaking of Strayed, I wanted to have a chat to Strayed anyway. I don't remember if the item that I'm thinking of you get from him or the other person who trades in boss souls. Where are you, Bastille?
Well, this is a most charming soul. Very good indeed. My power is yours. Let it serve your desires.
Let's see, that's the one I was thinking of. Good as halberd as any. It has less raw damage, but it does have pretty good dark damage, which is something I'm interested in. Lord knows I have no other use for these souls anytime soon.
Feeble, cursed one, do you
Shut up. Who else? Let's have a chat to Macduff while I'm here. Start seeing what I can get from these dark infusions. Oops.
I ought to fetch a new ember. Flame, dear flame.
That's weird. Let's see now. I don't know if there's much point in trying to infuse for dark. I don't even know if I have dark. I do have. No, I don't have dark. I couldn't infuse for dark if I wanted to. But I think for the crossbow I'd sooner go raw anyway. It would be more useful. Crossbows in particular, because they don't have any scaling to reduce, Roar is very useful. Roar just raises the base damage. Would normally rate lower scaling, but there's no scaling to lower, so nothing but a bonus. Unless you want a particular element on there, which you should do instead. What is with Petrified Dragon Bone? It's quite a boost. Those damage numbers go up quite a bit with one upgrade. I wonder how much that does compared to my normal halberds for right now. It's got 175. This is 161, but also a bunch of dark damage. What does it do? Let's check out this moveset. Standard for a halberd. I think that would have been pretty obvious. Hadn't hit a wall. Effective enough. What else we got? This all seems pretty standard. And I've got a big skull in the middle of my halberd. That's a bad sign, I think. No, a dog must have just been slightly too close to me. Let's see if I can buy a thing from what's her name? That makes sense, right? Assume she's still here. Yep. At some point she moves to Majula, and I don't know when that is exactly. I want one of these. Which are quite pricey, but I do need them.
Thanks.
And with that, I guess Majula is where I'm going. I think I would prefer to go down the pit first, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that yet. This halberd is also quite heavy. Might have to scale down my armor a little bit if I want to use this. That's a dumb running move.
What's happened to you? You have that glint in your eyes, and the scent of one with quite the catalogue of sins. Oh, don't feel bad. I'm sure your mother's still proud.
Weird cat. Of the rings that are here, I think I would like the cat ring. But it's quite pricey. I'm gonna have to spend some souls to get that. Let's say 3 of those. How about also one of those? I think I need slightly more than that. Possibly slightly more than that as well. I don't remember the exact number, but it's somewhere around here. I think it was 13,400.
Oh, you do have a type.
Yeah, okay.
Satisfied? I'll be alright.
So with a ring that reduces falling damage, I might be able to descend this thing. Or I keep going through the earthen peak area. I forget what that area is called, honestly. Poison one, and see if I can get to Laddersmith and Gilligan, who would be able to get me down here easier. Let's just try this for now. Reduce my weight as much as possible. Should probably effigy up as well. Harvest Valley, that's the one. Here goes nothing. Even with all those bonuses, that's how much life it took off. Probably should have just stood up. Do remind me to go and get that slab and such from forest, which I forgot to get last time. You can either enter here or keep going down, but I would prefer to get... Because there's a bonfire here. I can keep going down if I want to. I don't know if there's any particular reason to, though. But there's at least one item down there, and frankly that's not motivation enough for me. Would I make that? One way to find out. I'm really not feeling this. I guess there's no other way you couldn't jump to there. Unless you had a way down to there already. Maybe that's what you need to do. I stand to lose very little. I'm clearly not standing on anything. Definitely not standing on anything now. Let's go ahead and put the rest of my stuff back on. I'm going to keep using the halberd for right now. Wonder if I'll get summoned through here. First time I came through, I didn't even know that was an option. They can petrify you, but it's not likely that they will, in my experience. Maybe the space is small enough that a lance would be better for you. Nope, that's not a weapon, isn't it? Now, one of these lockstones floors the bridge. I think it's this one. I don't know if I have much reason to actually go over there, though. It's fine. Where did it? I can get one more boss in before the end of this. This area is pretty short. Good matchup. Oh, I should put my rings back on too, shouldn't I? Let's see. That one. That one. That one, and that one, I guess. Ooh, there's a bonfire right outside this boss. I think that might be true of the other area like this too. Though this is not much of a boss. Just not gotta not let these things overwhelm you. Gotta see the actual boss here. Chopper's getting to it. So the rats, they just keep on coming. The boss is the one with the mohawk. It's not the most interesting boss, is it?
Leave this place, human. We have no time for thy kind. Humans bring nothing but filth.
So yeah, oh, I did the thing. Whoops. There we go. It worked well enough, actually. I think I had trouble last time I fought that boss. Just because there's so many of those buggers. And if you can't kill them easily, then it can be trouble. You know, they really gang up on you. This boss probably isn't going to go high on the list, I don't think. Like, it's simply not an interesting fight. Like you say, fighting lots of weaker enemies is fun, but something is much different about this one than the other one, that this one is just kind of dull and sometimes a bit of a pain. Where does it go, though? Where does it go? It's just a matter of how shitty it is. Like, I could see it being, like, from one perspective, I could see it being better than Gaping Dragon. In another perspective, I could see it being worse than Taurus Demon. It's gonna be around here somewhere. Just, it needs an actual place. Definitely worse than Nito. I'd be willing to put it under Iron Golem. I'd rather fight Dragon Rider. Probably worse than Ceaseless Discharge. And these are bosses that are pretty much useless. God, Gwyndolin's a special brand of shitty, isn't he? S'more is down so low because he's bullshit. And it's hard to break where just plain bad goes against bullshit. I'm thinking number 31, maybe. Ah, but Gaping Dragon really is useless. You're right, Pebs. I agree. Number 30. That feels right. I don't know if I would say that. Ceaseless isn't a great boss, but Royal Rat Banger. Well, was this? Which one was this? Royal Rat Vanguard? There's two bosses in this game with Royal Rat something. I think this is Vanguard and the other one is Authority? Am I getting that right? Maybe I should double check. Hang on, I would have a soul, wouldn't I? Vanguard, okay. It was. Actually, I have the thing that should be able to talk to the king. I'll try that. Anyway, that's where the list is at. I'm just about out of time, so let's see what I can wrap up.
Is that a rat tail, human? Thou'st one of mine rat burrows conquered. This will not go unnoticed. Rejoice, for the right to serve me is now thine. Since thou'rt human still, permit me ask, wilt thou thy human soul surrender and pledge thyself to me? Swearest thou by the sweet-tempered sludge that laps at our bosoms?
No.
Of course. Humans are all alike. Get thee gone. We will tolerate thy stench no longer.
Of course. Expected nothing less. Ascending this area is an interesting affair. Now that I think about it, there's an area quite like this in Dark Souls 3. though not quite as prominent. I don't think you ever need to go there. My shins are a little bit broken. Or if it's better to try and get that from here. But then there's also there. I think I'd prefer whatever's in the chest. I mean, it's in a chest. Come here, you bastard. Damn. Anyway, I think this comes out with that lower entrance. Yeah, this is the pit again. If you take an alternate route, you can come all the way down here. Basically skip that boss and the whole area, really. Area is for the Rat Covenant, which is not something I'll go into here because we're not going to do it and it's not that interesting. I'm glad that didn't kill me. Deny its effectiveness. Apparently that counts as blocking. Remember when I fought that first one outside the thing and it was useless? Or rather it wasn't useless, but it is now useless. Another sublime bone dust. I forgot to use the last one, so... You're right, Peps, I need to go and upgrade my Estus. Don't remember when I find the next bonfire, but I don't think it's too far away. Should really stop falling. I don't need to. That's why I should stop falling. No matter, it won't take long to get back there. I might put the cat ring back on just to make that descent a bit easier. So what were those other rings? Petrification resistance. Attunement of additional spells. I should probably consider equipping a ring for more attunement if I need more later. Rather than putting points into it. Oops. This isn't how I wanted to end the stream, but I'm out of time, so... Me falling to my death multiple times will just have to do. Luckily those rats don't drop a whole lot of souls, because I did not spend them. Anyway, that's it for me for today. Bedtime, I think. Bye-bye, everyone.